Hey everybody, welcome to the course SQL for Business Intelligence. Get insights from your SQL database by me, Jeff James. This is going to be a fun course. You've probably, or maybe you have, you've taken some SQL courses in the past. And what I've seen a lot of them do is they try to cover everything in equal amounts. They want to give you very brief introductions to all the different types of joins, all the different types of operators, and they don't necessarily go into any great detail or try to apply it from a real business intelligence or data science application standpoint. And that's what this course is all about. How do we go over the basics and look at them in the light of what you're really doing as a practitioner, not really from a theoretical standpoint? So a little bit about me. Jeff James, research engineer at Pond 5, own a consulting company called Flatirons Digital. Worked across the spectrum of marketing, data analytics, data science, and a variety of sort of tangential or adjacent disciplines for about the past 10 years now. If you do want to reach me for whatever reason, you could find my contact info on LinkedIn, or you can use jeffrey.james@Flatirons Digital. Do feel free, happy to exchange or correspond, talk about ideas. So, here's what we're going to do. 3 sections. In the first section, just basic setup stuff. Getting Postgres installed, pgadmin, the query interface, and setting up our sample database, which is for a DVD rental store. Now, section 2 is where we actually get to start writing some code. If you already have Postgres set up, you could probably skip to the last video in section 1, especially if you know how to sort of restore databases and all that. So section 2 is where we actually start writing SQL. We look at a lot of great things, joins, where, having, counts, and the thing I want to stress to you is as you think about whether or not you should take this course is I'm not going to do this by the book. You might think it seems basic by the title, but we're going to always look at it from a more nuanced point of view because the real world is never basic. And so section 2 is a warm-up. If you manage to make it through that pretty well, section 3 is kind of like starting to approach what you'll really be writing in the real world as a business analytics professional, a data science professional, or just somebody who needs to understand how to ask for data. Because, I've had some really strange data questions asked for me. If you're not even at least somewhat familiar with the language of data, when you bug your developer for this, that, and the other thing, they're not going to know what you want. They might just ignore you. So, in a way, this course is really for everybody who deals with data. Even if you don't go on writing SQL in your career, at least you'll see some good examples of what it actually looks like. So, some prerequisites, not much at all. You need to have Postgres installed on your computer. We're going to give you some options for Windows and Mac. If you're on Linux, I'm sure you can figure it out. Some basic idea of what SQL is. I mean, if you've never seen an SQL statement like select some column from a table, you're probably going to be a little bit lost. I don't know if this is the best course for you. You might want to look for a very, very preliminary or super intro to SQL course. Even though we're staying basic, we're not being overly simple. So, if you're feeling good, I would encourage you to attack it and see where you get stuck. But if not, don't be discouraged. Maybe find something that really starts with from scratch. That's my email if you want to get in touch. Starting the course, enjoying it, do send the feedback. And I would say after you go through it once, since you have the database, come up with like 10 questions or 15 questions, just kind of arbitrary ones, but complicated, like maybe like the ones we came up with in the course.